my name is Lisa Grace and this is Nailchemy's YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, so nail prep is all done. We've got the tip on, so just straight in with the Nailchemy nail prep. And I'm going to be doing a colour design on this now. I'm using very strong colours, so I'm going to pop down a thin layer of, just take a smidge, thin layer of clear, just to protect the nail plate from discoloration. So just a small bit, just to cover the nail plate and keep this nice and thin. So I'm not using the Ultra Bond because I am using the primerless monomer, so we don't need that. So we are on the cusp of summer, not long until summer begins, and the sun is already shining, and nothing shouts summer more to me than a pink to orange ombre. So this is Mystical and Illusion. And we're also going to be using some of the round glitters. So maybe this one or these two down here. I'm not entirely sure which ones yet. We'll see. We'll see how they look when we get them on. So they are very thin and they're all iridescent. So when you get a single one, there's not going to be a huge difference in colour. But we'll see how they look when we get these on. So these have got a little bit of a shimmer to them, which I love. And they just go so well together. You just can't go wrong with pink and orange, and they're very, very easy colours to blend as well. Very easy colours. So I'm going to come in with my pink first, up around the cuticle, and start
that as it's going on.
Start pulling that down. These are really, really pigmented, so you don't need a lot, and we are only using this for the colour. So make sure it's not too thick and pull that down. Make sure your brush is nice and flat when you're pulling that down. And that was only a tiny, tiny little bit that I picked up. So in with my orange, again just a small amount. I'm going to pop this, on that. Pop this about here initially and start blending that up.
Oh wow,
happy with that. So now I can start pulling it. I'm going to need a little bit more on the tip of that, but the first bead I always put down, I focus more on the blend, and then I can add just a smidge more on the tip. So pigmented. Love it. Okie dokes, right, so I'm just going to pop the lids back on these because we all know what I'm like.
Either one of us is going to send them for you.
Which one do we use? Yeah, I do think that one, but I don't know.
See, I'm thinking completely out of the box.
The yellow. I don't
the yellow.
know.
Or those, which is a bit of a mixture of an orange and a pink.
Yeah, I think maybe these ones. I mean, they're all beautiful. Like I say, they've all got that iridescent touch to them, so it doesn't really matter which one we use. Right, so I'm just going to decant some of them into the lid, and then I'm going to put that pot well out of my way because it hasn't got the lid on, and I'm sure to knock it over. Right, so this is going to be a little bit painstaking, but it's going to be worth it. Tiny bit of clear, and I'm going to start at the top and just spread that down. Using my gem picker upper tool, I'm going to start picking out the larger discs, and it's quite tricky to see. I mean, you can see them at that angle, but they are quite tricky to see, and I'm going to be doing these in, I don't know, what kind of pattern is this? They just alternate. So I'm going to be covering the entire nail. So obviously you just want to be doing little bits of acrylic at a time, because it will set while you're working with it. It doesn't matter if you go over the sequins that you've already put down. And this can be a little bit painstaking, but trust me, it's worth it. Keep these bits of clear acrylic, every time you put it on, make sure it's really, really thin. And try and keep popping your sequins on in a nice straight line. These fit this nail perfectly actually, you're getting 3 across perfectly. Should just be able to squeeze another one in on the end. Perfect.
Sounds like a snake skin effect.
Yeah, I guess it could be quite scaly by the time it's finished. I'll tell you what, you know those purple and blue that we used on the other nail? These on top of there would give a really nice mermaid effect.
Oh god, yeah.
So last few down this side. So you're just using the acrylic as a glue, so keep it nice and thin. And last one. Fabulous, right, so they're all sat nice and flat to the nail, but I need to give this a couple of minutes to set, because if I go in now and cap the entire nail, I might run the risk of moving them about. So I'm just going to give them that a minute. Right, so we are ready now to cap this nail. So I'm using the clear acrylic. Pop that on. And I'm just slowly going to tap that down the nail. So if you have got any of your sequins, see this one here is just sticking over the edge of the nail just a little bit. Don't worry about it, because it will file off. It's so thin and it's only going to be sticking out a small amount. So when we come to file, it'll just file off. It's not a problem.
Look how that top coat's picked them up.
See what I mean? I always get to this point and I'm like, oh, do we do gloss or do we do matte? Get off. That does not want to come off. Right, that's what I'm after. Annoying. Get off. There we go. See, it just looks amazing. Which ones did we use on these? The orangey ones, didn't we?
They are called.
Yeah, they don't have individual names.
But it's like the coral.
Beautiful, isn't
Almost
it?
like a. What is it? Almost like a nude. With
Yeah,
the
like a salmon nude. It's beautiful anyway. So make sure all of those sequins are capped. It's easy to tell if they haven't been capped, because I mean you can see the difference in how they look now once they are capped. They just go really matte. That's quite cool. So what we're going to do, gloss or matte? That is the question. I think we should go glossy, you know, because obviously if it's matte they're going to be really, really obvious. Which I do like, and you do get that iridescence come through. But if we do it shiny, then when you're looking straight at it, you'll just see the pink to orange ombre, but you'll catch it at all, especially with them curving around the nail, you'll just catch them at different angles. I think that's what we should do. Right, I'm going to let this set and then we'll get it filed up ready for the top coat. Okay, so we are all filed up and I've just given that a quick buff, and then I'm going to come in and just wipe over with the apple acetone. Give that a good scrub. So that's kind of how the nail would look if it was matte. So those sequins are fairly obvious, but we have decided, well, you can just see the glitter coming through that as well in the acrylics. So we're going to give this a no white top coat. And that's going to make them a little less obvious, a little less in your face. But then when you're out in the sunshine, you're going to catch them at all different lights. Oh, look. Are they there? Are they not there? Who knows? Right, pop that in for the lamp for me, Sam, please. Fabulous. Right. Let's use the mango cuticle oil on this one. Just a drop on there. There we go. And that is that one.
So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit like on that video, drop any comments that you've got down in the comment section below, and more importantly, make sure you hit subscribe so that you get a notification for all of our future videos. All of the products that I've used today you can find on our website, which is nailchemy.co.uk, and I will see you in the next video.